Have you ever stopped to think that the lights in your home could be something more? Not just functional, but beautiful? Well, today we're diving into a design philosophy that actually finds beauty in imperfection. And we're going to do it all by looking at one single, really elegant lamp.
So take a look around you right now. The lighting in your room, is it just light? Is it just a bulb and a fixture that's there to, push back the dark? I think for a lot of us, our decor works, but it doesn't really do much to inspire us.
And that's really the heart of the issue, isn't it? Our homes are full of these mass-produced things that are fine. They do the job, but they don't have a story, they don't have any soul. So we find ourselves looking for something that does more than just light up a room. We want something that creates a vibe, something that says a little bit about who we are.
All right, so let's explore what's actually out there, beyond just the basic bulb. We're going to look at two totally different ways of thinking about how we light our homes.
So on one hand, you've got your generic lighting. You know the stuff. It's impersonal, it's turned out by a machine, and its only job is to work. But then you have Wabi Sabi lighting. And this approach completely flips the script. It turns a light fixture into a piece of art that actually tells a story, and it creates a real atmosphere. I mean, it's a completely different way of looking at things.
Let's make this real. Just imagine a light hanging over your table that doesn't just make things bright, but actually brings a feeling of peace into the room. Well, the light we're looking at today, the Wabi Sabi Loft E27 LED pendant light, is designed to be exactly that.
Okay, so let's get into the idea behind this lamp, because it's about so much more than just what it looks like. This is literally a philosophy that you can hang from your ceiling.
Yeah, think about it like that. You're not just buying a light fixture, you're inviting this whole way of thinking about beauty and simplicity right into your home.
So what is this philosophy? Well, it's this really cool blend of two big ideas. First up, you have Wabi Sabi. That's the Japanese art of finding beauty in things that aren't perfect. And then you pair that with Nordic minimalism, which is all about clean, functional design. And what you get is something totally unique. It's this artful imperfection that's also incredibly simple and practical.
Let's really zoom in on that first concept, because it is the absolute heart and soul of this lamp's character, the art of imperfection. So what is Wabi Sabi exactly? Well, at its core, it's all about appreciating the beauty in things that are humble, a little unconventional, maybe even incomplete. It's basically the exact opposite of that glossy, factory-perfect look we see everywhere. It's all about character, not flawlessness.
And you can totally see this idea brought to life in the lamp itself. It's not some perfect, computer-designed sphere. No, its shape is organic. It's irregular. And that imperfection is exactly what gives it so much character. It means that no two are ever going to be exactly alike.
And that design choice just elevates the whole thing. It's not just a fixture anymore. It's basically a piece of sculpture hanging in your room. It makes you look, it makes you think, and yeah, it becomes a genuine conversation starter.
But of course, a lamp can't just be a beautiful philosophy, right? It also has to, well, work. So let's pivot and see how all this artistry is matched with some really practical modern function.
Okay, so the practical side of things is actually brilliantly simple. It uses a standard E27 base, which means you have total freedom to pick whatever LED bulb you want. Warm, cool, bright, dimmable, you name it. That makes it super energy efficient, and it also means you can completely adapt the light to fit any mood. This isn't just an afterthought. This is that Nordic half of the deal, making sure the art actually serves its purpose beautifully. And because it has this understated charm, it works just about anywhere. A dining room, a living room, even a cozy little cafe.
So, we've covered the philosophy, we've covered the function. Now let's bring it all together and talk about what this kind of design really does for your space and, for you.
And this, right here, this is the key takeaway. You're moving past simple illumination. A piece like this is actively shaping the feeling of a room. It's not just making things visible, it's making them feel a certain way.
And think about it. That organic shape, the soft diffused light that it casts, it all works together to just smooth out the sharp edges of a stressful day. It really does foster a genuine sense of calm. And when you create an atmosphere that's calm, beautiful, and personal, you're doing so much more than just decorating. You're creating a sanctuary. You are genuinely enhancing your own well-being every single time you're in that space.
And because this design is based on a timeless philosophy, not some fleeting trend, it's something that's going to stick around. This isn't a piece that will feel dated next year. It's going to keep enriching your home for years and years to come.
And that just leaves us with one final thing to chew on. We've been focused on just one lamp, but what if we applied this same thinking to everything else? What would our homes actually feel like if every single object, from a coffee mug to a ceiling light, was chosen not just for what it does, but for the story it tells and the feeling it creates? What would that space be like?